Have you ever wondered what, really gives London's West End theater scene that kind of magic, that captivating feeling?
Mm.
Or maybe what it actually takes to sort of navigate it all like a real insider?
Yeah, it can feel a bit overwhelming sometimes.
Well, you're definitely in the right place today. We're doing a deep dive into the whole fascinating world of London's West End theater.
Hmm.
And we've got a pretty incredible stack of sources, everything from like detailed accessibility guides, historical records of those super long running shows,
Right.
the latest news, audience recommendations we found on forums online, and even insights from the Olivier Awards.
Yeah, quite a mix. And our mission really is to cut through all that noise,
Yep.
give you a shortcut to being properly well-informed about the West End.
Exactly.
We want to pull out some surprising facts, maybe some practical tips, so you can really appreciate it and maybe plan your next theater trip. So before we get into the weeds, what's the first thing that kind of jumps out at you about London's Theaterland?
For me, honestly, it's the contrast. You've got this incredible, like, living history in the buildings themselves.
Yeah, the architecture.
But then the art form itself is just constantly changing, evolving.
Yeah.
And speaking of those historic buildings, accessibility is probably one of the most crucial and definitely evolving aspects.
Yeah.
It's ongoing work, but we have seen huge improvements recently. But here's where it gets really interesting. Loads of these venues are historic. Some are even listed buildings.
Which presents massive challenges, right? Structural.
Exactly. Unique hurdles for modern access.
Yeah, and what's fascinating, I think, is seeing how the venues are tackling that, navigating those historical constraints, but still really striving for inclusivity.
Right.
They're not just like ticking boxes. They're finding really clever, sometimes totally bespoke solutions to weave access into these, quite old structures. A lot of theaters now have dedicated access teams or specific phone lines.
Which is great.
But it raises a question like, what can you, as a theater goer, actually expect? What specific features are generally available beyond just saying we're accessible?
Yeah, good point. Practicalities. Well, the first thing is probably seating. And there are usually a few key types.
Okay.
You'll find wheelchair transfer seats. These are typically in areas with level access, like the stalls, often on an aisle. Makes it easier to transfer from your wheelchair to the theater seat. Then there are wheelchair park spaces. That's for patrons who want to stay in their own wheelchair during the show.
Right.
And importantly, for both of those, you usually get companion seats right next to them, so you can sit with your friend or family member.
That's crucial, yeah. And beyond just the seating, what about the performances themselves?
Yeah, there's a growing number of accessible performances. For instance, BSL-signed performances.
British Sign Language.
Exactly. Shows like Hello, Dolly or Harry Potter and the Cursed Child have had specific dates for those. Then there are captioned performances, like subtitles, basically, displayed somewhere visible. Juno and the Paycock, SIX, Matilda, they've offered those. And for visual impairments, audio-described performances. Someone narrates the visual stuff live. Next to Normal and Hadestown are examples there.
That's fantastic.
And one more relaxed performances. These are designed for people with sensory sensitivities. They often include pre-show touch tours, too, where you can actually go on stage and feel the set and props.
Oh, wow. Like for the Gruffalo or My Neighbor Totoro?
Yeah, exactly. Those kinds of shows. Often family-oriented, but not always.
And are there devices people can use?
Yes. And the great thing is, most are free to borrow.
Yeah.
There's the GalaPro app, which is pretty cool. LW Theaters and Delphont Macintosh Theaters partner with them.
Right.
Use it on your own phone or tablet for real-time subtitles, audio description, captions. It's very discreet.
Okay, that's clever.
And then many theaters have the more traditional systems, like the Sennheiser radio frequency-assisted hearing system or an infrared one. You get a headset or a neck loop for your hearing aid.
But maybe first come, first serve for those.
Sometimes, yeah. Worth checking when you book.
Which brings us to a really crucial point, I think. While things are improving everywhere, you absolutely have to check the specific details for the theater you're visiting.
Definitely.
Because they're historic buildings, even the accessible features can vary a lot. Take lifts, for example. A lift at one theater might not fit all types of wheelchairs. We saw some specific examples, like the Apollo Victoria's lift dimensions are 72 centimeters by 93 centimeters, max 300 kilograms. Trafalgar Theaters is up to 65 centimeters wide, 110 centimeters long, 225 kilograms max.
Wow, that's specific. So you really need to know your own chair's dimensions.
Exactly. And some older theaters, like the Duchess and the Vaudeville, use specialized kit like Domino's Onzini platform stair climbers.
Stair climbers, right?
Yeah, devices that safely carry a patron in their wheelchair up and down stairs. But using those often means you need to arrive much earlier, maybe 45 minutes before the show.
Okay, so the bottom line is, call ahead.
Always. Contact the venue directly before you book. Get the latest info, explain your specific needs. It's the only way to be sure.
Makes sense. And different theaters, Adelphi, Ambassadors, Gillian Lynn, Lyceum, Drury Lane, all the way through to Wyndham's, Phoenix, Lyric. They all have their own setups, their own access teams working on this.
It's a massive, ongoing effort.
So connecting this back to the history,
Mhm.
the West End isn't just about what's on now, is it? It's absolutely steeped in history, home to shows that have been running for, well, decades.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really highlights the incredible staying power some productions have. Should we look at the current longest runners, the real institutions?
Yeah, let's do it. The ones with, what, 3,000 plus performances?
At least, starting with the absolute record holder.
Has to be The Mousetrap, the play, open. When was it? 1952.
1952. It's staggering. Longest running West End play, longest running show overall, over 30,000 performances.
Mind-boggling. Apart from that brief COVID closure, it's just kept going. A proper phenomenon.
Truly unique. Now for musicals, the champion is Les Miserables, opened in 85.
Les Mis. Still pulling them in. Longest running West End musical. Nearly 40 years.
Over 15,500 performances recorded in our sources. What's amazing is how it still feels relevant. You know, those themes just resonate.
Totally. And right behind it, another absolute giant, The Phantom of the Opera, opened just a year later, 1986.
Yeah, over 15,200 performances for Phantom. Another one that's just part of the fabric of the West End.
Then jumping to the late 90s, 1999 was a big year. You got Mamma Mia.
The ultimate feel-good show. Longest-running jukebox musical, over 10,300 performances. Can't beat those ABBA songs.
Nope. And the same year, The Lion King.
Still visually stunning. Over 10,100 performances. The puppetry, the music, just iconic.
Definitely a family favorite that spans generations now.
And still going strong, showing amazing legs, are Wicked, that opened in 2006.
Over 7,000 performances for Wicked. Wow.
Yeah. And Matilda the Musical from 2011, that's crossed the 5,000 performance mark.
Both became absolute staples pretty quickly, didn't they? Wicked with its clever Oz backstory, and Matilda just so witty and empowering.
And rounding out the current long runners list, The Book of Mormon, opened in 2013.
Still hilarious, still pushing boundaries, over 4,200 performances.
And for plays again, The Play That Goes Wrong from 2014.
Pure chaos. Over 3,500 performances. Shows people love a good laugh, eh?
Definitely. And just briefly, think about past long runs, too. The Woman in Black ran for ages, over 30 years.
So spooky.
Blood Brothers was the longest-running revival for a long time. And Cats held the musical record for 17 years before Les Mis overtook it.
Wow. It just shows the sheer staying power of live theater. Incredible.
But it's not just about the classics, is it? The West End is constantly changing. New shows, revivals, always something fresh.
Absolutely. And this is where things like the Olivier Awards come in, right? They often shine a light on the best new stuff, the really talked about productions.
Exactly. They give you a great sense of what's making waves now. So the 2025 Oliviers were held back on April 6th. Any key winners we should mention?
Well, Best New Musical went to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Ah, yes. Hearing amazing things about that one. People on Reddit calling it the best show I've ever seen. Moving, funny, full of heart. And apparently the actors are also the orchestra.
Yeah, that's the buzz, the actor-musician thing. Creates a really unique, intimate feel, apparently. Sounds fascinating. Does that seem like a growing trend, or is Benjamin Button quite unique there?
It pops up now and then, but this sounds like a particularly successful integration of it. Definitely makes it stand out.
Right. And for plays, Best New Play was giant.
Starring John Lithgow, who also won Best Actor.
Ah, okay. And Best Musical Revival.
That went to Fiddler on the Roof. A classic revived well. And Best Revival of a Play was Oedipus.
Leslie Manville won Best Actress for that, I think.
That's right. And for pure fun, Best Entertainment or Comedy Play went to Titanic.
Titanic! Leighton Williams won for that, and Imelda Staunton got Best Actress in a Musical for Hello, Dolly.
So a real range of winners, showcasing the variety on offer.
Yeah, And beyond the awards, what are audiences themselves buzzing about? Benjamin Button keeps coming up, obviously.
Definitely. And those long runners like Matilda are always recommended. My Neighbor Totoro, too. People just rave about the production values, calling it stunning.
Oh, and you can't forget Mischief Theater. We mentioned the play that goes wrong.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Just reliably hilarious.
But they also have the comedy about spies.
Yeah.
And they've got Christmas Carol Goes Wrong coming up, too. If you like that sort of controlled chaos, they're brilliant.
Total masters of physical comedy. What about Operation Mincemeat? Heard good things, but it's heading to Broadway soon.
Yeah, highly recommended. Apparently seeing it in London with a British cast and audience is a really special, sort of joyful experience. Worth catching before it transfers, maybe.
Good tip. And looking ahead, there's a new staging of Oliver coming, described as stunning.
Ooh, interesting. And Starlight Express is back, but apparently in a totally new, immersive production.
Yeah, sounds spectacular. Reimagined for a new generation, maybe?
And for non-musical fans, Stranger Things, The First Shadow seems to be a hit. A great production bringing that world to the stage.
And it's interesting, someone mentioned seeing Hadestown in London compared to Broadway.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Apparently, the London production uses more regional British accents, giving it a slightly different, unique flavor. Little nuances like that.
Fascinating. So even the same show can feel different.
Exactly. And if you're planning way ahead, say summer 2025, like July 12th to August 31st, loads for families.
Like what?
101 Dalmatians, Alice in Wonderland, Cocomelon, Sing-Along Lev,
Cocomelon Lab. Okay.
Horrible Histories on the Thames, The Enormous Crocodile Musical, The Paddington Bear Experience, The Tiger Who Came to Tea. Lots of familiar names.
Wow, busy summer for kids theater.
Yeah. Plus other new things popping up, like a Paranormal Activity stage show opening July 9th.
A horror play. Interesting.
A Paddington Bear musical coming autumn 2025, and the RSC Royal Shakespeare Company is doing Peter Pan in their 25-26 season.
Always something new on the horizon. Okay, so listeners are hopefully excited now, ready to dive in. What's the best practical advice for making a West End trip go smoothly?
Right, booking. The #1 spot for discounts and last-minute tickets, TKTS London, the official booth in Leicester Square.
Right, the famous booth.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if you want specific seats or a specific price for a really popular show, booking ahead is safer.
Sure.
But day of tickets can often be found. You just might have less choice.
Brown tip?
Try a weeknight. Often fewer tourists, better availability, maybe even better prices.
Good shout. Any other discounts to look for?
Yeah, keep an eye out for things like Today Tick sales or rush tickets. Some theaters offer student discounts or maybe deals for under 25s or under 30s. Always worth asking.
Right.
We saw some examples of savings, like up to 58% off Come Alive, The Greatest Showman Circus Spectacular, and that Cocomelon show. So, deals are out there.
Okay. And just general tips for the actual theater visit. Arriving, what to wear.
Yeah, simple stuff. Aim to get there about 30 minutes before curtain up. Gives you time to sort yourself out, find your seat, maybe grab a drink without rushing.
Good advice. Avoid the stress.
Exactly. Dress code.
Oh.
There isn't really one.
Yeah.
Comfort is key. Maybe just avoid really bulky coats or noisy jewelry, you know.
Makes sense. Be considerate. And do shows run every night?
Most theaters close one day a week, often Monday or Sunday. But across the whole West End, yeah, shows are running 7 days a week. There's always something on somewhere.
Okay.
And just remember, London's West End Theatre District is actually pretty compact. You can walk between most theaters easily. You're literally surrounded by theater history. It's quite an atmosphere.
It really is. Okay, so we've covered a lot. From the nitty-gritty of accessibility and how they're making these old buildings work,
Yeah, the innovation there is amazing.
to the shows that have become legends, the new hits, and hopefully some really useful practical tips. We hope this deep dive has given you, a bit of a shortcut to feeling really informed for your next trip.
Yeah, because knowing this stuff helps you appreciate it more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So thinking back over everything we've discussed, what's one thing that really stands out to you? Maybe the challenge of access in listed buildings, or just the sheer staying power of the mousetrap.
Good question. For me, I think it might be the actor-musician aspect of Benjamin Button. That
Yeah.
sounds really innovative. But yeah, the mousetrap is just iconic. So next time you're planning a West End visit, maybe think beyond just which show to see. Think about how you'll experience it, all the history, the access, the buzz.
The whole package.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. In this world where we have so much information coming at us constantly, maybe the real magic of live theater isn't just the performance itself. Maybe it's also about the shared journey, the unique experience, sometimes even the surprising discoveries you make just getting there and being part of it.